Hello, this is Postdoc Chronicles week number 32 and also the first one for the year 2019. So I arrived here last week, January 15, 16, and also when I arrived, they actually lost my luggage. I had to wait for it for like a day or two before it arrived. It actually happens every day in the airport. They said around like 5 to 10 people get their baggage lost in during the flight, and then almost 100% of the time it gets delivered after like 2 to 3 days. So it happened to me, but yeah, after like the next day it was delivered right away, so it was fine. But yeah, basically my last Postdoc Chronicles was like a month ago, and I had a really fun holiday in the Philippines. And yeah, I couldn't work very much. There was very little I could do that was postdoc related. I read some papers here and there, did some very minor simulations, and mostly reviewed Deepak's textbook. Okay, but yeah, I had very little work done. But early January, just before a day before my flight, our institute actually asked me to, because in our institute they have this like symposium. They invite speakers every like second or first week of Mondays, and I was their first speaker for 2019. So basically, I just had to present what I presented last month during the Kruger conference, during that international conference in Kruger. And then I just had to stretch that presentation, because that presentation was only good for like 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and I had to talk for an hour. But fortunately, since the audience is like majority of them are like undergrad, so I can concentrate basically on giving the introductory material, standard model, and the basics of supersymmetry before I was able to talk about stealth sushi. Okay. And by the way, before I proceed, you can see out there in the television that is Outlast. It's my one of my latest games for my Nintendo Switch, and it's a very fascinating horror game, survival horror game, where basically you are a journalist and you can't do anything. Okay, all you have is you're only equipped with a camera with a night vision, and you're supposed to investigate this weird phenomenon happening in some abandoned mental asylums. It's very creepy so far, because I've played creepy games before. Like I really love them. In fact, I sometimes I turn off the lights and stuff. But the creepiness is not that very strong, because for example, in games like the original Resident Evil games and Silent Hill, you can fight back because you have like weapons and stuff. You have guns. Here you don't have anything. You have to run. Okay, so the first game that I played that is of this ilk, I think is called Amnesia or some or and also this game called Dark Ascent or something like that in my laptop. But yeah, this one is I'm having fun so far. So I got it because it was on sale on the Nintendo Switch. So it was 50% off. So I paid around the price that you would pay for a if you watch a movie in the cinema. Usually that's my benchmark for video games. So when I buy video games, I tell myself, so if this is a cinema, would I pay for that amount? And yeah, I think it's really worth it. I haven't finished it though, but yeah, it's really very creepy. But anyway, speaking of creepy, this will also be a very short video, because right now I'm actually watching this series in Netflix called Kingdom. Okay, so it's a Korean zombie series. Okay, and it stars Duna Bay, and yeah, I really like the setting. It's like sort of like, think of it as like a live action equivalent of Cabaneri. So Cabaneri is an anime sort of medieval setting anime during like the Steam era. But yeah, it had a promising start, but then that anime got really boring, got really weak towards the end. So I hope this series right here, I just watched the episode one, and it had a very very strong introduction. Okay, so I'm gonna like binge watch it, and then yeah. But basically, what I've been doing early this week is I'm mostly concentrating on this project by Jong regarding Higgs. Okay, where the Higgs boson could be able to communicate with some invisible or particles or new physics that is not being detected in LHC. Okay, and how what final states or what signatures can you come up with so that you are able to study those invisible scalar particles or some other type of particles via the Higgs. Okay, so the Higgs, you look at the Higgs and then you postulate that maybe the Higgs is communicating with those particles. Okay, so those are the things that I've been doing uh, currently. And also I was also processing my flight and my accommodation for next week. We have a workshop or some sort of a conference for it's called HEPP, and it will be in Nelson Mandela University at Port Elizabeth. So it's somewhere south of South Africa. But it's even further down. Johannesburg is like somewhere in the north, I think, of South Africa, and then Port Elizabeth is further down. So in there you can see the ocean, the sea. Okay, and yeah, it will be my first time there, and I'm flying there. I think the conference will be like from July 31 to February 1. So I'm flying there this Tuesday, January 29. I won't be presenting anything. I'll just be watching because from what I've seen, that workshop is basically catered to undergrads and I think graduate students, to present their results. So I think I'll be there to critique those people. Yeah. But anyway, so I think I'll be this Postdoc Chronicles is late, so maybe on Monday I'm gonna be able to post right away the Postdoc Chronicles week number 33 as an update to what happened with the Higgs. With the Die Higgs project that I'm doing currently with Jong right now. Yeah, but anyway, this is Postdoc Chronicles week number 32. Okay, because I'll see you next time because I'm still gonna watch the next episodes of Kingdom. See you later and thanks for watching. Bye bye and Happy New Year.